What's up, dudes? Check it out. I'm riding in the car. This is my wife's car. I look like I'm in a go-kart. I feel like I'm in a go-kart. All right, so here's what today's video is about. I've been thinking, man. I've had a few people hit me up on my channel and tell me I need to be teaching people how to weld or teaching younger people stuff and this, that. I hope you guys can see me. I'm not really interested in doing that. You know, right, I haven't been doing it long myself. I mean, all the old hats know that shit. I mean, let's be real. And I'm not the kind of person, have you ever heard that saying, if you can't do, or those that can't do, teach? Now, I used to hate that saying because until I realized that it's those, they're not talking about teachers that teach like reading, writing, and arithmetic. They're talking about those people like the Forex traders, right? They obviously haven't made money, but they're going to teach you how to make money, and they're hitting you up in your Instagram by your first name and shit, like they know you. Nah, man. If those people were really making money, they wouldn't tell you shit about it. You know what I mean? They're trying to teach you, they're going to make money to try to teach you how to make money. That doesn't make any sense. That's where they're making money. Maybe they do know how to make money. It's just off of you. Anyway, people like that, and people that first they just start welding and then they start trying to teach people how to weld, and it's like, dude, come on. If you're fresh out of school and shit, man, you don't need to be teaching anybody shit. You need to get some time under your belt and then maybe show some people. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to teach anybody anything. If you want to learn something, right, there are plenty of channels, just a multitude of channels out here on YouTube. Two that I can think of if you're trying to learn technicalities of welding is Jody from Welding Tips and Tricks and Tim Welds. They'll teach you, and they have the best arc shots. And I'm going to tell you how important those arc shots are. When I've been stick welder the whole time, man. It's what I learned on. It's what, you know, that's the old school way. When I started using flux core, I was coming uphill. I looked at that damn puddle, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, because I'd watched so many of Jody's videos. I was like, that's what it's supposed to look like. And I know how to weld with stick, so, and from seeing those videos, it helped me out quite a bit. And Tim's the same way. Good arc shots, good information, good teachers, right? And then, of course, you got the channels that you're going to learn, like Matt from MCF Welding. He'll teach you how to get side jobs. He's already got a job, but he gets side jobs on the weekends, cash money. He shows you how to do that, how fun it is to do that. Just an all-around good dude, and you can tell. Good channel. Good jobs he gets, too. From Dalton. Anyway, I think every welder has a friend named Dalton. And then you have channels like, of course, the people that teach you from experience and by showing you how to, or just showing you the work is, you know, IC Weld, King of the Torch, On Fire Welding, Cutting Edge Engineering Australia. Of course, we know who the real star of that channel is. Let's be real. All right, then you got people that can teach you all about pipe. Austin Ross and Taylor, I think it's just Taylor Welds. Those dudes that know all about that shit, and they know all about that kind of game, and they're good at it, and they're the ones to learn from if you're interested in that kind of shit. And then you've got my all-time favorite welder on YouTube, CB from NBS Welding. A couple of us guys, one guy's commented on here and said he's a wizard, and I just started calling him the Wizard, because he is truly a wizard. He has so much knowledge and information. I watch his videos over and over because I pick up something new every time. Maybe one or two things even. Just stuff he doesn't even know he's teaching. But he's trying to show you things, and it's just like, he's got such a creative mind, man. It just, you know what I mean? So anyway, if you're going to learn how to weld and stuff like that, go to those guys. And then you've got videos, just a plethora of videos about what tools you need. For starting your welding business and things like that. And here's the deal, man. Here's just a quick tip on that. When I first started out, I loaded every tool I had in the house that I could think of on my trailer and on my truck, just in case, because you don't want to get out there and, oh my God, not have the right tool for the job. So since then, I have happily unloaded most of that shit, right? Because of a few reasons. First of all, dang, it's gonna weigh my shit down. It's just too many tools, man. I don't need a lot of them. Never use them. You know, the hardware store in my home's usually not that far away from where I'm working on something, so it's not a big deal. Another reason is if I have the tool on my truck, and here's a big one, if I have the tool on my truck, I'm the kind of guy that'll probably say yes if somebody needs something done. So if I don't have the tool, I don't have a problem saying no. It's getting a little dark in here. Let me get closer to my face. All right, I don't have a problem saying no if I don't have the tool. But here's the thing. So there's a little quick tip on that. You're not going to need all those tools. You can load all you want to, man, but let's be real. You're not going to need half that shit. You're going to find your favorite things that you use all the time, and that's what you're going to use. I got a couple fuck it buckets. You guys have seen them. But anyway, on to the real reason we're here. I wanted to find something that I could add to the community. And I started thinking about it, and I haven't seen a lot of videos out there giving you the tools you need to get the jobs. And then I thought even harder, and you know what? I do have a particular set of skills. And my skills are getting jobs, guys. I mean, you know, I may be dumb as fuck when it comes to welding and all the other shit, but I can get the jobs, right? And I'm not gonna screw anybody over and do a bad job, but you know what I mean? I have no problem getting the jobs. So I'm gonna start a little video series. This is the introduction video on how to get those jobs. Because it's not as hard as what a lot of you guys think. You gotta get past the preparation anxiety, have the confidence, and the first step's always the hardest. So we're gonna get you out the door. We're gonna get you even a script. Shit you can say to people until you get comfortable enough to be like, okay, I could just say this all the time or whatever. I don't know what you need, but we're gonna find it, and we're gonna get your ass out there making money on the daily. Wow, nowhere to park. Yeah, we're gonna get your ass out there making money. I'm heading over to a job right now to take measurements. Sorry if it's too dark here. To take measurements. I've got a job tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna be building it tomorrow and installing it. And then I got a job the next day, right? Because I'm good at getting jobs, guys. Now, in this introduction, I want to talk about something. And like I say, it's a little dark. Sorry about that. But I'm not going to change it because that would fuck up the whole video by now. So you just have to deal with that shit. Anyway, listen. Here's my introduction. The first thing I'm going to talk about in this video is what is your motivation to start your business? Now, you can bullshit all you want and tell people it's for them, tell people it's for your family, tell people it's for this. It's all come down to money. If it's for your family, it's for the money. It's for the money, all right? Number one reason, let's just get over ourselves, is for the money. That's your motivation, for the money. You need money, right? You need money to survive. You need money to pay for your kids, whatever the fuck, diapers, food, college, things, clothes. You know what I mean? You need money to pay for all those things you want your wife to have, or you want your whatever, your husband, whoever, right? You want to pay for all those things, you need money. So the number one motivation is money, right? Happiness. You can buy happiness, quite a bit of happiness with money. I'm just happy anyway. It helps if you're happy. You got to stop seeing things as competition, right? Quit looking at other people. Who gives a fuck what they're doing? It ain't what you're doing, and it don't pay your bills. You got to stop looking at other people, man. I don't care. There's no competition out there. You're a creator. There's a lot of you that are religious people, and in any religion, you're all shaped in the image of your God. And your God is a creator. So if you're shaped in the image, you're a creator. All you're doing is creating. You're creating what you need in life. You're creating what you want to happen. You're creating a future for your family and you. So you're a creator. You're not a competitor anymore, right? There's no competition out there. You're different than them. Think about it. I came in hitting the scene at $60 an hour. You think these other welders out here are worried about me? Fuck no. These dudes making $150, $200 an hour. You know what they're doing? Thank God there's somebody to take the fucking jobs I don't want. Maybe they'll stop calling me, right? I'm taking the jobs they don't want, dude. They're out here working on dozer buckets, big machinery, cranes, all this shit. You know what I'm doing? I'm sewing up trailers, manure spreaders, freaking blockades for door, just whatever I can find, right? But that, you are me, and I am you. We're starting off. This is for that guy. This is for you. You're just starting off. This ain't for them old hats. They ain't gonna learn nothing from me. They already been doing it. They know what they're doing. They got it going on. This is for you guys that are trying to get started. So this is what you're gonna do. Get past that preparation anxiety. But you're gonna have to find out what your number 2 motivation is. That's important because everybody's is money. So what's the number 2? What's the number 2 that's going to kick you into gear? What's your motivation? And the reason why I asked that, because I ran into some crazy people this recently, business owners. So I want to bring up, what is your motivation? Because there's 3 different kinds that I've run into. If you guys have more, throw them in the comments. But I'm going to go with the first one. Is your motivation to start a business so you never have to work again? Right? Because I've noticed a lot of people, it seems like they want to start a business, let me put this car in park. Start a business, hire a bunch of people immediately, and then just go sit on their yacht smoking stogies. You know what I mean? Like, what? It doesn't work that way. And I'll give an example. There was a business here in town, a bakery, French bakery, just amazing stuff, right? They were off into some place. It was a beautiful little shop. So what they did was they moved up into town and they hired a bunch of teenagers that don't give a shit about their company, and their bread's stale now. It seems like was cooked yesterday. Nobody, you know how teenagers are. They're the ones that stand at the counter and like look off and do a bunch of shit for 20 minutes before they ever acknowledge that you're there. Oh, hey, they never say, hey, I'll just be right with you. You know what I mean? None of that shit. They're trying to avoid you the whole time. Yeah. So this is what they get. They wanted to start a business and not have to work anymore, and now their business is failing. If that's your motivation, you know, what do you, if you don't want to work anymore, that shouldn't be your motivation. Because if you think you're working hard now at your job, you're going to be working all the fucking time when you start your own business. So if your motivation is to not work anymore, either get over that or fucking look for something else. Look for a different job that pays you more. Okay? Now, the second motivation, right? The second motivation that I've seen recently is some people just want to start a business so they can be a big dog and fucking be able to, everybody's boss, and be able to boss a bunch of fucking people around, right? That's what they want to do. They come in, you know the kind. They come in, they fucking ride everybody's ass. They're always looking for, when they come back up to see your job, they're always looking for a reason to rail on your ass, what you did wrong. Never any support, never any what you did right. They're the fucking boss. You know what I mean? That fucking guy. Well, if your motivation is that, I mean, your business is just going to fail, because what's going to happen is you're just going to over and over and over lose. I mean, you're just going to have such a turnaround on your employees, just people never showing up, never coming in, never fucking this, never calling in, just no call, no show, don't give a fuck. They don't care about your business. They start slacking at work. They go in and looking for other jobs all the time. You never can keep employees. You never can keep contractors working for you. None of that shit. You never can keep business because nobody wants to work with you. You know why? Because you're a dick. And you blame everybody else. It's you, not them, right? You blame the employees. Oh, they didn't want to work anyway. Yeah, they wanted to work. You just fucked with them the whole time. So they didn't want to work for you. So if that's your motivation, well, just fuck off. Nobody needs you in the world. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't need to die. Just go somewhere else. All right? Now, the third motivation, and the one that really I feel like is the best motivation, right? You want to provide a service, because your motivation is money. You want to make money, right? Your first motivation. Your second is, in order to make that money, you want to provide a service for a reasonable price, right? And in order to do that, you got to know where to start, and I'm going to help you with that. But you want to provide service. That's the key. You want to provide good customer service. You want to hire employees to be able to pay them well and take care of them. You want their families to become rich, and you want their families to become rich. You get what I'm saying? You want everybody around you. There's no competition. You're not in competition with your damn employees. They're your friends, man. If without them, you're nothing. So you don't want to, you know what I mean? You want to pay them well. Pay them to want to come to work. Treat them well to where they want to come to work. Have you ever had a job where you woke up in the morning and you were like, man, I don't want to go in today? Why? Because there was somebody there that you fucking hated. There was somebody there that just, God dang, man, I don't want to see that fucker today, right? I hope they're not there. I hope they call in, blah, blah, blah. I know you've all had that time, right? You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that boss. You don't want that motivation, just to be somebody's boss. Now, fuck off. So, you want to be the person that wants to provide a service for people, good quality service, in order to be proud enough to take that money from them when they pay you. Good quality service. Something you don't see a lot of these days, because here in Florida, I see a lot of meth head welders running around, just fucking wire happy welders running around, just freaking spraying shit everywhere, smoking meth probably, because it looks like it. You'd have to do this kind of welding and fucking people over. That's not service. That's not providing a service. This is a motherfucker that's one of those other motivations. They ain't trying to help people out. If you really want to survive in the world of business, you're going to have to provide something that nobody else does. And these days, that would be quality service, right? Service after the sale, service after the weld. People who want to know, right? Let me tell you a little something, man. Embarrassing. I had one weld break on me. One weld ever, right? Embarrassed the shit out of me. Hurt my feelings, dude, honestly. I never thought I was big shit, but damn, I thought I knew what I was doing. And I did. But this was some thin steel. I did it wrong, man. I just did it wrong. It wasn't a critical thing. I went back. They actually wanted me to fix something else they had, right? And then they had me refix that. Now, I fixed it with a different process. I did a better job. I penetrated deeper. I got around to the other side. I wasn't able to with one process, but I did with the other, right? And I fixed that problem that I caused. And they asked me how much they were going to pay me to do it again. And I said, no, man, that was my fault because that was my weld. That's on me. That ain't no charge for that. And then I charged them for the other job, of course. But I made sure they were done right that time. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for them to call me back. It hurt my feelings, bro. And the reason why is because I want to provide good quality service. That's my goal. Because I want people, think about it, man. A lot of people just think about the surface. They're just surface dwellers. They're just thinking about the here and the now. Let me get that money, get that money, get that money right here, right now. Do you not want to create a legacy for yourself? Think about it. This life isn't just about your life and your lifespan. It's about life in general, right? You have grandkids to think about, great grandkids. You're just whole family line. Don't you want them to look back and say, man, I'm really glad that Chad started that business and made our family wealthy. Right? A legacy. You want to leave something behind? That's what I want. I want to start I want to have an empire, guys. I want when somebody mentions the word weld, hey, do you know a weld? Before they even get the word out of their mouth, I want somebody to say Gillihan's Mobile Welding. You know what I'm saying? An empire. And you know the way to do that? You've got to be a good leader. You've got to have the right motivation and be a good leader. And if your motivation's off, you might as well stop now and review yourself and what you're trying to do it for. Now, once you're ready to start, I'm going to help you get your ass out that door, because now it's time to go out and drum up business. And we're going to go old school, guys. We're going to go door knocking. We're going to go walking in these doors, and you're going to take your ass in every business in your town and the next town over and the next town over until you get business, because your efforts are always rewarded. Right? I went out not too long ago, handed out probably 30, 40 cards in one day. I just hit it, boys. I don't give a shit. I just go. My feet hurt when I'm done. This is also a work day, right? I hit 40 places. Almost. 30 or 40. Right? And I got home that evening, and the phone call started. But you know what the funny thing was? None of those people ever called me, and still haven't, from those cards. Just a bunch of people that I'd done jobs for before called me, wanting me. This new guy called me from a card that I handed the first freaking guy that got me jobs, right? One of those brothers I've been telling you about. I've been so busy lately. Just from that, my efforts were rewarded. Your efforts are always going to be rewarded. It's kind of a yin yang in this universe we live in, man. If you believe, I don't know what it is that you believe in. If you believe in whatever, God, whatever, the movement of the universe, just, I don't care. But there is a yin yang to this universe. If you try, it's like God or whatever you call it is like, okay, I'll help you because you're trying to help yourself. If you try to help yourself, your efforts are going to be rewarded. If you go out and you put that work in, but you got to be motivated, and you got to have the right motivation, right? You want to start a welding empire? Let's do it. Let's freaking get rich, guys. Let's go out and get work. And I'm going to show you and help you do this, right? And we're going to start with the next video. Just coming right out the gate. You're going to get over the preparation anxiety. You're going to know that you're ready. Guys, I don't know how many damn Lowe's, Home Depots. Look, I live right in the middle of between two Harbor Freights, 15 minutes from each one of them. I don't know how I got that damn lucky. But I live around two Lowe's, two Home Depot. I mean, come on. There's a Lowe's and a Home Depot. If you don't have the tool, you can easily in 4 or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, get to somewhere and get back to your job with that tool. Okay? I had to go buy a come-along one day recently. Just pop, pop, you know? I have a lot of tools, so I don't leave a lot, but sometimes you do. You have to, so don't even worry about that. Put it all behind you. We're going to get ourselves out the door. So if you're into it, let's do it. See you tomorrow.